If you're an empath who's ever felt invisible at work, I'm going to show you how to be seen and respected without faking confidence, without forcing small talk or playing office politics. But first, why do empaths struggle to get noticed? In my experience, empaths and other highly sensitive professionals, they often do a few things. Number one, they avoid self-promotion because it feels gross, it feels uncomfortable, it feels inauthentic. Two, they assume their work will speak for itself. It will not. They stay quiet in meetings because they don't want to interrupt or say the wrong thing. And then finally, they prioritize harmony over visibility, letting others take credit or lead discussions just to not feel like they're pushing the envelope or ruffling feathers. But here's what I want you to know. You don't have to be loud to be seen. You just have to be strategic about how you show up. So I'm going to share 3 simple shifts you can make right now to change how you show up in the workplace. All right, let's get into it. Number 1, we've got to make your contributions visible. So if you tend to stay in the background, leadership might not even realize how much you're actually contributing. So there are a few non-scary things that you can try. Number 1, send a quick email to your boss just highlighting the progress of a project. So we're not even saying like, oh, I did this great thing. We're keeping them in the loop of what we're working on so that they remember what we're working on. Another thing you could do is share a small insight in a meeting, even if it's literally a sentence. Share something that's in your wheelhouse, something that you are very closely tied to at work, that you are kind of that expert or that inside person on. And then 3, speak up when you've completed a really important task instead of waiting to be asked about it. I mean, I can't even begin to tell you how many times in my 20s, my early 30s, I just waited to be asked about a project before sharing its status or success. And guys, it's not bragging, it's showing enthusiasm for your work, for your contributions, and for the company and the bigger mission of the company, right? And then the second shift, we've got to get really comfortable with small moments of recognition. So self-promotion doesn't have to feel like bragging. It can be as simple as owning your success when it's brought up. So if someone were to compliment your work, instead of deflecting like, oh, yes, it was a team effort, say, thank you. I put a lot of effort into this. If a team project goes well, say, I really enjoyed working on this and I'm proud of what we created. So we're not taking full credit, but we're taking some credit, right? Like we were involved and we did something as part of that team. So again, we're just showing enthusiasm for our work and we're no longer downplaying our wins. And then third, we're going to focus on building strategic relationships in the workplace without being fake. Promotions and career growth opportunities often come down to who knows and trusts your work. So that's why connecting with peers and decision makers is key. So this isn't about office politics. It's just about being open and authentic. So if networking feels weird, which for a lot of you it probably does, it definitely does for me, even though I do it, start with one-on-one connections. So ask a manager for advice or chat with a colleague about a project. You could also look for, those natural moments to engage with leadership. So comment on something they said in a meeting or follow up on a discussion. And make sure you're not just focusing on the people above you. That's really important because strong peer relationships also really help elevate your visibility in addition to making everyone's work better. And I'll share this about myself in my own career. At some point, I did get more confident in my skill set. And I did reach a point where I felt super confident that I could get another job in a heartbeat. I was also freelancing at the time too, so things were feeling pretty cozy. So that gave me a little more comfort in being more vocal, more authentic, like unafraid to disagree or to share my true feedback. And that is when my job opportunities and my salary grew like crazy. And then all of the things I'd wanted for myself in the decades prior just started coming to me. And that's what I want for you. But first, we've got to do a couple of things. We have to start owning our wins. We have to start feeling more confident in what we contribute. And then we need to set the right boundaries at work so that we don't get taken advantage of and that we can be in this position. And we're diving deep into that in the next video, so I'll see you over there.